All right, Coach. This is a top mid-major matchup. UAB still trying to find their identity. Kind of, what's the key focus for tonight's game?
Well, I told our group in the hotel prior to coming over, this is really the first test. You know, and you say, well, how can you say that you've played 3 games? Well, you know, the Vermont game, it's almost like we missed an assignment. If I'm a professor, you didn't turn your homework in, and you come back and you beg for extra credit, and I'm a pretty stern teacher, and I'm like, no, this is going to count. We're not going to drop your lowest grade, so you got to learn a lesson. And then we've had a couple of quizzes that we've responded well to, but this is the first real test. And who do we want to be and what do we want to accomplish? I think tonight will tell us a lot.
Yeah, Yak's kind of struggled to get going early on the last game. Just kind of what do you expect to see mentally and emotionally? What do you want to see out of him?
I want him to be our alpha. I want him to play like the player that he is, a preseason All-American by many publications, the preseason player of the year, a guy that's a walking double-double. And many times he's so unselfish by nature. He's a pass-first guy, really, that teams are guarding him in such a way that when he passes up opportunities early, he may not get them later in the game. So we're going to try to be really aggressive with him early to set the tone. That's what you want your best players to do. And we've got to come in and settle in. Some other guys have got to play better. You know, last year, between A.J. Vasquez and Buddy Johnson, we averaged around 3 3-pointers made per game between those two at about 37-38%. This year, they're both off to slow starts. Hopefully, that'll get corrected soon.
Yeah, they got a really great roster. I mean, they have a 7-foot guy and a guy who's from France, averaging double-digit points. How are you going to slow down this team?
Well, we've got to do a good job. They're terrific. Their point guard's a downhill guy. He's averaging close to 10 free throw attempts per game in the first 3 games, which is remarkable for a point guard. Downhill, aggressive driver. They've got a shooter. He's made 13 3-pointers. That's more than our team has made by himself in the first 3 games. So they've got shooting. They're going to really play fundamentally sound with their spacing and their pace. I don't think this game's going to lack for pace. I think it's going to be up and down. We've got to be disruptive. We've got to do a good job of establishing ourselves inside out.
Yeah, last question. A lot of teams are scared to schedule these difficult games, but how important are these games for UAB early on?
Well, you know, for us, we were having a hard time, you know, getting all of the people that we were attempting to play. So we looked and said, who are our peer group? Who is in this quote-unquote mid-major group that's going to have a good team that numerically, if you can win games, it'll help you down the road. This is an early challenge for us, but one that we welcome.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you.